Hi, this is Mike of GameStart Stores. I get a question about digital downloads a lot from folks. I want to make sure that people that think that digital downloads are coming are not failing to contact me because of it, because we still have a lot of time in the foreseeable future for our stores to clean up. And I'm going to talk to you about that, not just out of my neck, but I'm going to give you a lot of reasons why I feel that that's the case. So hopefully, after watching this video, you'll come to realize, yeah, looks like we got some time with that. And give me a call, because if you want a video game store, I can make it happen for you. All right, let's jump into it. Point number one, digital sales have increased. They're quick to tell you that. When I say they, again, I'm talking about the developers. And obviously, they don't want to print discs, they don't want to deal with distribution, they don't want to have to worry about giving a piece of it to stores, so they would love it if you would just download their game directly. Here's the thing. When they skew that number, what they don't tell you is, yes, digital sales have increased because video game sales as a whole have increased. I'm talking physical media, okay? And, you know, the digital sales are a part of that, and I'll go into that in a little bit, but understand that that number is skewed. You can easily go to the ESA website. Those are the people that back E3. They know what they're talking about. You can go to their website and you can see this. This is not me talking out of my neck, okay? I'm sourcing actual information. Point number two, what's the newest console? What's out right now? If digital was so crazy, it would just be digital only, wouldn't it? Well, guess what? It's the Switch. And the Switch came out with real media, okay? So that's something that people need to understand. The Switch isn't even available everywhere yet, okay? So it's definitely not saturated in the market. I don't even have a Switch, and I'm in this damn industry, okay? By the way, Nintendo, give me a But what I'm saying is, it's not in the stores yet, okay? It is, but it isn't. It'll be there for 30 seconds, and then they're sold out. By the way, let me date this video. Today's July 2017, July 5th. So all of this is current now. I mean, the Switch, it just released, and it released with, you know, real tangible media, not just digital downloads. So, I mean, you know, we're going to have a few years with that at least, in terms of, you know, it being the awesome system for people to go to for Nintendo. So let's talk about point number three. Back in 2013, Microsoft got laughed off the stage at E3. Everybody remember that? Because why did they try to do? They tried to say, okay, our system is going to be digital download only, right? DRM. And they were quickly booed, and all kinds of internet backlash ensued. People breaking Xboxes, people saying they were going to PlayStation only. Another quick point about that. Okay, Xbox presented, they had their hardware. This is the new Xbox, right? And then PlayStation was next. They saw what happened to them, and they're like, let's switch this presentation up a little bit. They said, hey, guess what? We're going to let discs be with our system. It's going to play discs. But guess what? They didn't show their hardware doing that. Initially, that next presentation, they didn't show their hardware. They made a quick decision, is what happened, because they didn't want to experience that backlash. Speaking of PlayStation, let's talk about point number four, the PlayStation Go. It was an experiment in a download-only console, failed miserably. I mean miserably. They don't even support the damn thing anymore. It's used for mods mostly. There's not that many out there. But they thought it was going to be the next big thing. For those that don't know, PlayStation Go is pretty much a PSP that was download only. It sucked. Sales sucked. It went nowhere. It's a dud, 100%. So, you know, you've got tangible results about what the demand for digital only is. You've got tangible backlash. That Xbox thing, that was unprecedented. You know, and I haven't mentioned yet, but then they recanted. Obviously, we all know the Xbox One has discs. So they came back later and they're like, based on your response, we're gonna put discs. So the consumers have a big role to play in this. Who wants to be DRM first and not get any sales? Nobody. All right, you think Nintendo wouldn't rather have you download directly from them? Oh, they would. But they know that it's not viable. And they just put their newest console, which to this day people can't get their hands on. So it's in the very beginning of its life cycle. It has real media. It's not digital download. Okay? Point five. Maybe a smaller point, but let's not leave it out. During the PlayStation 3's lifetime, it was hacked Not once, but twice, okay? And I'm talking credit card numbers out, people getting messed up, fraudulent charges, all kinds of stuff. It was big news, okay? And if it were to happen today, it'd be big news again, and it would really hurt, and it hurt the PS3 for a while. It seems like the security of these online e-commerce is actually going down, not up. They're doing all kinds of things to make it better, but it's just like you're constantly hearing stories. So people are afraid. People are afraid to put their credit cards in this system. And I won't say everybody, but some. And some affect sales. You have to understand that. So those people, they come into our stores and they try to do points cards. But guess what? They come into our stores. I'm speaking from experience here. We have stores all across the nation. We're even international. We've got 2 stores in the Bahamas, okay? So I'm not talking about one store on one corner that I happen to know the stats for. I'm talking about stores all over the U.S. When they come into our stores for points cards, they end up getting games. They're surrounded by games, okay? Let's not forget point 6, the retro market. The retro market is coming back with a vengeance. And it's all real, tangible media. And we sell it by the droves in our stores. So let's keep that in mind. Point number 7, I'm going back to that number I told you we'd speak about on it a little bit more, where they skew, they want to be real slick and say, oh, digital sales have increased. All right, let's talk about add-on content, okay? The majority of that increase in digital sales is add-on content. But that game they're playing that they're adding on, guess what? They bought the real media, the disc, to get the ball rolling. A perfect example of that is Call of Duty, okay? They sell DLC all through the game, but everybody bought the disc. Almost everybody, all right? So keep that in mind. Next point, capacity. If you're selling a system with 500 gigabyte hard drive and your title is 50 gigs, yes, they may go to cloud. But I'm talking about what's out right now, and then I'll talk about cloud too. 50 gigs divided into 500 gives you 10 titles. I don't know about you, and I've never done it. You got tons of these video, VJ people showing their collection and all that. One day I may video mine. I've got hundreds of games in my collection. Hundreds. And, maybe I'm an outlier, but I think that most gamers probably have 30 to 40 games in their collection. I can't see too many people being excited about a cap on the library that they can have of 10 games. Okay, but Michael, what if they go to cloud gaming? Okay, let's talk about how long it takes to download a 50 gig game. Let's talk about what's happening now, not even downloading the full game. Let's say you buy the newest copy of Halo Wars was a good example. I just picked that up a while ago. All right, I have the physical media. I have the real media. I plug it into my Xbox, turn it on, just the updates. I've got the game, I've got the install, just the updates and getting that thing whirling. It was an hour, a freaking hour, and it seems like that's the case for every single title. When you download a game, and I've done it, you download a full game, you're looking at 3 to 4 hours easily. We have try before you buy tournament centers in our stores. The kids won't grab an Xbox One game off the wall. They grab the 360. We have the One and we have the 360. We have the PS4 and the PS3. They grab the 360s off the wall to try before you buy. You want to know why? Because on the Xbox One, if it's not already been played in that system, it's going to take them an hour before they can see that game. Think about that, okay? Video game publishers are in the business of selling their games, right? I understand that. But when a customer uses trade value, it creates a sale that wouldn't have occurred if they didn't have that trade to put in. Publishers are forgetting that. They're going to shoot themselves in the foot if they keep pursuing this. So that's something to think about, 100%. We're actually creating sales through the secondary market. That's very important. Another point is video games have had the ability to make their games digital for years. Obviously, Minecraft. Okay, check this out. Minecraft started out as digital only. Their sales only ballooned the way they did after they released it for the consoles on, in real media, disc-based form. Okay? After they did that, sales ballooned. They see it. Believe me, they see it. The final point, it's a smaller point, but don't forget gifts. It's a lot easier to go to the store, buy a physical, wrappable, tangible, something you can rip into Christmas gift. That's problematic with a digital download error code. So I think that I've given you real information here. It's not just, yeah, they're going to be here for a while, just take my word for it. These are the things I think about. And these are the things that a lot of folks think about. So we've got time with the disc, folks. Anyway, if you like what you hear and you think you might want to do a video game store, our stores do well. I'd love to talk to you. Check out my website. It's www.gamestartstores.com. GameStart, S-T-A-R-T, stores.com. Fill out my form or give me a call. I'm at 803-605-7206. I'm Michael Elliott. I want to help you live what you love with GameStart Stores. Thank you.